What's going on, guys? Hey, it's Steve Oatley. This show is going to be quick. It's one I haven't done in a little bit. It's called 5 Minutes of Freight. I have a timer. I've got some news, so I'm going to just get started. I'm going to reset my timer over here, and we're going to go over there. And then the very first thing I'm going to talk about, obviously, is Amazon. So let me refresh my timer, and we're going. So Amazon, workers at a Staten Island, New York facility went on strike again yesterday because of dozens of confirmed cases of COVID-19 at the same Staten Island facility. The workers are going on strike to try to get they're trying to get paid while the facility is closed, but they're also trying to get proper PPE and protections in place. Amazon does have some policies in place. They are paying for workers that are put on a mandatory quarantine because the facility's been shut down, but apparently for these cleanings, they're not paying for these workers, and the workers are kind of going on strike to try to change that. Now, this local news reporting is saying that over 30 Amazon distribution centers across the United States have confirmed cases of COVID-19. Dozens and dozens and dozens of confirmed cases at over 30 locations across the United States. The Shepherdsville, Kentucky location, you guys may remember this. It's the first distribution center with Amazon. I believe it's the first distribution center with Amazon where they had a confirmed case of COVID. They shut down for a couple of days. Well, now they have 8 new cases at that one facility. So this is something that we need to watch. It's very important. Oh, let me see. Is it going to switch my photo? Well, that may not be working. There we go. All right. And so the next news, unfortunately, my picture's in the way. So I'm just going to quickly talk about it. Spot load posts are down. This is according to DAT Trendlines for the week. It was just released today. Spot load posts are down 38.7%. Now, some of the bigger news here is flatbed loaded truck ratios are down 46.4%. And if you take the numbers from 2020 to 2019, which is crazy, from March 2019 to March 2020, they saw an 83% increase in load-to-truck volumes for the month of March, year over year. Now, if you look at this form, which you'll see in my State of Trucking article that I'm going to put out today, they were pretty much up. Reefer also saw a huge increase of 91.1% for the month of March versus March of 2019. But load-to-truck volumes are down across the board. Flatbed freight is down 42.2%, which is not a really big surprise. We've heard that flatbed freight was dying out. Reefer volumes have also fallen this week to 46.6% less than what they were last week. And remember, last week we had a massive drop as well. Reefer rates are down 5.3% week over week. Flatbed rates are down 3.1%, and van rates are down 2.4%. Crazy. Diesel fuel has also gone down 3.8 cents this week to a total price of $2.54. Whatever. The highest price is in the West Coast, which is at $3.09. Now, that's down 50 cents from a year ago. The national average is down 54 cents from a year ago. Now, this has a lot to do with the oil trade wars and all that stuff that's going on between Russia and Saudi Arabia. But they're kind of working on it, so we'll see if the rate comes up. We talked to yesterday in our live show, we talked to Michael with PDQ America, and he said he was feeling the hit on the oil markets. As you guys know, the Canadian border and the United States border has been effectively shut down to all non-essential business travel. It has been shut down to non-essential business travel, and put out an article this week where they saw major reductions, 82% decline in in non-essential travel going into Canada from the United States. They saw a 24% reduction in commercial vehicle traffic. And keep in mind, commercial trade is exempt. So that just tells you how many companies are not running, that freight is drying up, and it's a pretty bad situation out there freight-wise. Here's a thing that I'm really excited to announce. Freight Broker Live is a authorized reseller with the DAT loadboard. So for anybody that is looking to utilize the loadboard in times where the market is getting tight and you need to use all resources to find freight, down in the links of this video, there's going to be a link for a free 30-day trial for Trucker's Edge. which is an owner-operator load board. There's going to be a free 15-day trial for Dat Express, which is for for freight brokers. Sign up. You'll get some free time. You'll be able to utilize the load boards the proper way, and hopefully you're able to find some freight. And then our last story, the OOIDA has sent a letter to the President Trump saying, with the caption, "Help, Mayday, 911. The small business and truckers and professional drivers are vital link to it all." They're basically saying, hey, there's nothing in place to protect drivers from for one, contacting the coronavirus. And secondly, there's nothing in place to help these drivers if they are infected and if they do test positive. Well, granted, you can't even get tested, because there's no testing set up for trucks that we're aware of. Truck stops have the location, they have the space. There should be testing centers set up for commercial drivers at these truck stops, at least along major routes. That's what Todd Spencer, the president and CEO of OOIDA, is saying. He says, listen, we need to help because eventually if there's nothing in place, either drivers are going to get sick and then the supply chain is going to stop, or drivers are going to get panicked and they're not going to drive anymore because there's no protections in place, which is very true. And, I give a shout out to OOIDA for writing something finally that I agree with. And then we already talked about Amazon, so let's go back to the main page. I went just over 5 minutes, but I tried. I was pretty close. Make sure you tune in today to Freight Broker Live, the live show that's at 2 o'clock. We've got Prasad with Trucker Tools. We're going to talk about rates. We're going to talk about lanes. We're going to talk about everything. This has been 5 minutes of freight. Actually, about 6.5, but whatever. See you later.